Hello. Hello. Good evening, everyone. Am I audible there?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. Correct. Fine. So, welcome on board to my class. Myself, Praveen, and I will be your host for this whole stack Python course. Okay. So, any questions before starting the session? As today is our first class, so I just want to clear all of your doubt regarding the course. Unable to unmute. Okay, no issue. It happens sometimes. You can try once. Let me ask. Yes. Yes, Kagar, you can try right now to unmute yourself if you can. Hello. If you can't, if you are not able to, then you can just rejoin. Okay, that is the only option we have. I will wait till you rejoin. After that, we can start the session. Okay. Okay, fine. Just rejoin right now. Okay. Yes, now I think you are able to unmute yourself. Okay, correct. So let me share my screen. As today's introduction section, we are going to learn everything, like not learn completely. Actually, we are going to see everything about Python. Okay, so paint, and one more thing. I would like to open one more thing. What is that? That is Chrome, one of the more trusted browser in the world. So here I'm going to open one classroom, Google Classroom actually. Google Classroom. Okay. Meanwhile, I'm setting up the first step toward the class. I just wanted to know about yourself a bit, so that it will be easy for me to carve our class accordingly. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. Okay, who is starting? Let me see. Yes. Yes.
Shall I start, sir?
Yeah, Kavya, you can go through.
So you want me to explain about my work experience and all?
Yeah, start from starting, like how you got into coding, and now at what stage you are, and now what you are looking after this course. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Uh, actually, I work for an organization now. It's been 5 years that I started working.
Okay.
Uh, I'm working on CCM tool. It is tool based. So I thought I won't be having exposure for many constraint to one tool. So I wanted to expand my skill set. So I thought of choosing Python. Uh, I do have very little experience in front end development. So since Python is booming now, I wanted to put my hands on it. And post this session, I would completely, I wanted to take up Python development as full-fledged domain for me.
Okay. Great. So what you are expecting from this session, like this full stack Python session?
A complete web application development
Okay.
knowledge.
Okay.
Oh,
Complete web application development knowledge. Correct.
yes, sir, hands-on.
Yeah. Hands on. So you wanted to get your hands dirty while uh, making web applications, different types of web application.
Yes.
Okay, fine. That's great. Great to have that. Okay, now yeah, it's your turn, Apurva. You can start.
Hello.
Yeah.
Sir, I have 2+ years of experience in ASP.NET and
Okay.
C#.NET.
Okay.
But I left my job before 8 years, and now I
Okay.
want to restart my career. I
Okay.
like web applications, so I'm interested in Python.
Great. Great. You both are near about at the same stage, and you both just want to propel your career so that you can sound good professionally. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Great.
Yes, sir.
Great. So look, what is my approach is like near about you both know something about front end. Okay, you both, because you both are pros of like designing different web application. 2 years is more than enough. Working on a particular domain continuously near about 2 years, then within 2 years we get lots of things. We can't say that in initial stage of the like our career, but at least like after some time we get to know about something which is called HTML everywhere. After that something called CSS, and after called something called JS. Okay, so these are the three pillars of the web development. Whenever someone is going to work either in ASP.NET or in any other tools or any other technologies, either in Python, either in Java, anywhere you are going to work as a web developer, then these are the three things that are common among all. Okay, so I want both of your little bit of your effort. Okay,
Okay.
what is what effort I want actually? So I will engage you for a 1 week on what Python. Okay, core Python, that will be like happening all throughout the week, and this is the time where I want you to spend on HTML, CSS, these two only. Little bit JavaScript till I am going to explain you 1 or 2 sessions of JavaScript I am going to take. Why I'm asking for those things is because I just don't want to take this front end part, because I have been instructed that one among of you are very proficient in HTML, CSS, and JavaScript, and the other one as well. So that's why I'm not planning to start with these front end technologies. But these are required as a part of web application development. So we till we are going to have what our Python sessions. Till that we will need to complete at least that much of these technologies so that we can understand, for example, so that we can understand this thing. so that we can understand this thing. What here we are doing. For example, here we are going to create a div. Okay, so I will ask you one by one and just I will check that whether you are going to understand or not. Okay, so just see what I want. I want explanation of this part only. Okay, so starting from let me see who is the first. Okay, oh, starting from you, Apurva, just try to explain me starting from this line to this div, one division only. What is happening exactly there? Yes.
Wait a minute, sir. I'm joined by mobile, so it's
Okay.
not clear.
Can you just join with your laptop?
Yeah, I'm not able to connect.
Not able to connect. You can just join by entering the ID and passcode. It will be easier for you.
Yeah, I'm trying that, sir.
Yes, yes, it's here. Request came. Please try to join on laptop itself because it will be helpful for both of us. Okay. Yeah. Now you can just go through this and let me know what exactly here the code is written. Okay. Yes. Are you able to see the screen? Yes. Are you able to see the screen?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So just go through that and let me know what exactly it is about and what exactly there it has been written. Okay. Yes. Are you able to identify those things?
Yes, the blog post is a division where James Smith development, June and all are hyperlinks.
Okay.
And
Okay. Kavya is the person who is speaking.
yes, sir.
Okay. Just start from the like from line number 106 till line number 126.
Blog post is one division,
Okay.
and there's one image,
Okay.
as well, like how to create the perfect resume.
Okay.
Then there are three hyperlinks or anchor tags.
Okay.
That is James Smith development, June. No, the content there is James Smith and all, I believe.
Perfect. Perfect. So just see what exactly it is. Actually, it is a layout of a blog post, right? Layout of a blog post. There, surely we are trying to create a structure of what blog post, and those are some of the tags given by the HTML, which mean for what, carving some structure on the web page. Okay, and in between of those structure tag we are calling some of the what, class. Okay, these are what, class. These are called while what, pre-processing of what, web page. While your web page is going to load, meanwhile these classes, these are called CSS class. Actually those are defined in separate file with what, .css extension. Okay, .css extension, just like this style.css. So those are called while pre-processing occurs. while your web page is going to be rendered, at the time of that, those classes are called, and those classes are called to take their effect of what? Styling. Okay, so basically this is providing our structuring. Okay, and the makeup on that structuring is going to be going to be provided by those CSS class. Okay, those CSS class. So basically what HTML is HTML is a structuring element or a structuring entity of a web application. Okay, on the top of that or parallel to that, you can tell parallelly CSS is what? You can say beautification component of what? Web application. Beautification component of what? Web application. It is used to style, take your structure in a particular style. Okay, it is used to impart some kind of style to your web application. Okay, so for those things we called several classes or what? IDs or different other attribute as well. Okay, so we use those things to just structure and style our web application. Okay, or website. Those are for what? Those are only for viewing from the output devices. But what about the data? For example, these data, lorem ipsum dot sit, it is hard-coded data. Once you are going to tell me that, oh sir, I don't want to hard-code the data, I just want to bring this data according to the user need or according to the end user. For example, if if the user is going to be of age of 18, then I want some content related to what? Related to admissions in engineering or MBBS and all. Okay, if the user who is using my web application, his age is something between 45 or 30, then I want something, some course related to what? Some course related to something like MBA or some other course related to his profession. How you are going to know his profession? Just by going through its profile. Okay, how you are going to get the information of their profile? So just by seeing their what? Just by seeing their profile data, because all those are going to be with you as that user is going to register on your web like website. Okay, hello.
Yes, sir.
Yes, is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay, one more thing, like is my voice is clear or some like extra noise is coming there?
Sometimes some noise is coming.
Sometimes
Sir.
there is.
Yeah, just a minute, just a minute. I will try to do something for that. Allow me a minute. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Yes. Now you will get very less sound. Okay, fine. So just see, to show all those things, what my intention is to, because couple of like me about 20 class, you will be not like meeting all those kind of syntaxes. Okay, but as soon as we are going to switch to what? As soon as we are going to switch to Django, the first day only I will have to take the help of HTML, because what is website actually? Website is rendering. Okay, for example, if I will say google.com, so this google.com is rendering something at the front end. What is that front end? Front end is this image, or you can say Google logo. After that, the search bar. Apart from these, Google offered these all those things. Whatever you are going to look on the what web page or your screen, computer screen, those are kept by the help of HTML. Okay, so at least you should have particular knowledge, that much knowledge, so that if I'm going to keep some already developed template, then you should be able to identify that, okay, those are those things. That's all. This much knowledge only we need to work as a web developer, because a particular person who is a web developer, he should know the front end and he should have in-depth knowledge of backend if you want to excel. Okay, yeah, if you are interested quite in front end, then you can just add something on front end part as well. That is not a part of restriction, but to my extent, as you guys have chosen like Django as a framework, then there, if you want to focus more on Django, then you should not care that much about the structuring. Okay, whatever you are going to get from your client or from anywhere free of cost, any template, then you can start working on that template only by using your knowledge of Django. Okay, that's what. By using Django or by using any framework, web framework, our main intention is to develop what data-driven web applications. Data-driven what web application? Am I right? You might, you guys are also here for that purpose only, if I am not wrong.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, correct. Correct. So that's why I want little bit of effort from your side. What I want within a week, give 1 week to HTML. Okay, if you want content, I have all the contents. I used to take parallelly. Here you can see I'm taking couple of classes in which the content which will be useful for you. Just see, I'm taking full stack Python classes as well right now, in which I am going through JavaScript. As of now, I'm going through JavaScript. Let me full stack JavaScript. Full stack, it is not, yeah. Front end, inside front end, I'm going through JavaScript. If you want to like go through those topics which are necessary as a part of what Python full stack, then those are the 3 folders which you need to go through. Okay, I will transfer to you by the help of any source repositories. Just you need to practice and go through the files and notes there. After that, you will be okay to work on any websites. Okay, fine.
Okay, sir.
Now, this was like some of the help I was asking for from your side. Okay, now what you are going to get in Python. Okay, so basically your question, first question, I will keep it simple and straight for first class. I am not going to dig more deeper into technical things. Just I will ask you, what is Python? What is Python? Yeah, try to be more interactive so that I can provide more like interactiveness in this class. Yes, what is Python? Apurva, you might be saying something, but I am not able to hear you. Yes, Kavya, from your side. Sir, having lots of noise from my end. Okay, 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 fine. So just see. I know your answers actually, because you guys are already very matured in this domain. So your answers will be actually, it is a programming language. Okay, programming language. Okay, so as you are going to take tell that it is a programming language, so my second question will be, what is programming language? What is programming language? Okay, so hope any one of you wanted to answer this question. What is programming language?
To perform set of functions, we use language, programming language.
To perform set of functions, we need to write some syntaxes. That is programming language. Yeah, was it you said, Kavya?
Yes, sir.
Okay. What about you, Apurva? You wanted to add something to it?
Where a set of instructions we have to give to write a particular.
Okay. Okay, I got that. Actually, your voice is breaking, but the thing I got your intention, what you were trying to say. Actually, you both of guys is trying to say so set of instructions. Okay, so set of instructions given to the yes. I want to fill this name by both of you guys to the what?
Compiler.
Compiler. Okay, one option given by Kavya is compiler. Compiler. Yes, Apurva, you wanted to add something?
Compiler only, sir.
Okay, compiler only. Okay, perfect. Perfect. You both guys said well. Now my question is, what is compiler? What is compiler?
The
Yes.
instructions what we give is converted to the computer understandable language.
Okay. So is this is the person who used to convert that instruction into machine level language?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. So it is something. Okay. Something or someone. I will write someone who converts our written, okay, written instructions, okay, instructions into machine level language so that machine can understand our requirements. Is it so?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. I'm just querying your like what exactly we wanted to and what exactly your thought process are. That's what I'm just querying right now. Okay. After that, you said compiler. Okay. Now after conversion, what it is going to happen? After conversion of that machine level language, what is going to happen?
Interpreter.
Okay, our task is going to perform whatever. For example, if I said that show button, or if I say add my task, okay, so I have written some function which is going to add a particular task in a list. Okay, so we have written that in Python. Okay, then there is something called compiler, okay, who is going to convert that English written high level language into machine level language, which is which is going to be converted by what? Compiler. And after that there is some taking part from the what? Computer and or machine end, which is going to take this machine level language and help the processor to convert that machine level language to in what? In the requirement task which we wanted to. Okay, basically. Now couple of corrections. Okay, so Python is a language which is not a compiler based language. It is what? It is an interpreter based language. Okay. It is what? It is interpreter based language. Now what is compiler? What is interpreter? Interpreter. Okay. The same here, interpreter. Okay. So now what is interpreter? Actually, whenever we talk about language, okay, for example, just consider that this is language. Okay, this we have written some script. Then the middle person, okay, the middle person which translate this script are of two types. Okay, are of two types. Either you are going to translate that thing with the use of compiler, okay, or by the help of what? Interpreter. Those are two kinds of translator available for a language. Now you need to evaluate that language is which based what? Which based converter? Which type of converting or translating software is available for that software? Okay, actually for language like Python, which might be known as scripting language as well, is coming with what? Interpreter based what? Checking like software. Okay, What is the work of interpreter actually? The work of interpreter is to run line by line, is to run what line by line. There are various what features of interpreter, and there are various features of compiler too. So compiler tells that if you want to convert a particular script or particular program into what machine level language, then hand over me complete program. I will read your complete program first at a time, and after reading at a time, I'm going to compile that. It means going to check for any syntactical error, and after reading complete file only I'm going to spit out all the errors. This is the thing which compiler tells. Okay. Now, what about interpreter? Interpreters tells us that whenever you are going to give me a program, I will compile that line by line. As soon as you are going to type your program, I am going to read the single line, and I'm going to spit out your result of the single line just below that. Okay, just below that. Okay, this is the thing interpreter tells, and that is the way of compilation in what? In Python. Actually, inside interpreter there is a compiler as well, but overall interpreter is something which reads or checks the syntax of your program line by line. This is the major difference between the compiler and interpreter. So compilation happens in Python too, but that happens line by line. That's why it is called as interpreter. So in Python, there is something interpreter which translate your English written code into .pyc object file. Okay, and that object file is going to be read by some interpreter in the other computer system, which is going to convert that .pyc file into what? Machine level language. Okay, so when I'm going to say interpreter, it means that internally it has what? One compiler as well as one translator as well as one reader. Okay, so several like group of functions are there inside interpreter. Those groups or functions unite together to form an interpreter. Okay, the same applies here. There is several things here: loader, linker, and translator. Okay, and translator. So those are the things which are available internally. Different functions are there, and when we group those different functions or chunks of program, then that forms a software that is known as compiler or interpreter. Okay, so after going through that, you are going to get what? You are going to get your requirement fulfilled. You are going to get your requirement fulfilled. So here is the output, some of the output. Here is the script written by you. Some script might be written by you. Okay, and here you are going to give to what? Any one of it. For if you are going to consider Python, then this compiler doesn't come here. So I will red mark it. Okay, for Python. Okay, for Python environment. If you are going to consider Python. Okay, so if you are going to consider Python, then compiler is not there, interpreter is there. It is going to interpret your code line by line, and after that you are going to get your result. Okay, after that you are going to get your result. So basically, what is the difference between compiler and interpreter? I just wanted to know from your side. Yes.
Interpreter check the program line by line.
Yes. Yes, Kavya, from your side.
Same, sir. It will check the line.
Anything else you wanted to add?
Line by line. No.
Okay, fine. So just see. This is what. So basically, if you want to write a handsome program, or if you want to write a proficient program or software, then you need to learn about more and more about interpreter. People will tell you that learn Python, but according to my analogy, till now I'm still learning languages. Okay, I'm still learning languages, and what I feel is that it's better to learn the standard of interpreter. Then we are going to know the particular expectations, what actually interpreter expects for doing what. Okay, this should be our idea or ideology while learning a language. So if we know that what a standard is expected by a particular interpreter, then we can write matching standard program, and that is going to compile or interpret by the interpreter in a very efficient way, which results in a very efficient output as well. Okay, so that's it. That's why whenever someone is going to learn Java, then they give a lot to learn JVM as well. Okay, Java virtual machine. Why? Because that is the place where all the memory allocation and all the memory management happens. Okay, and when it comes to what Python, then there is also called PVM, Python virtual machine, or just like Java virtual machine, there is PVM as well, Python virtual machine. But the memory management in Python is very complex. Okay, memory management in Python is very complex, and the interpreter is the person who is going to take care on behalf of us. That's why we don't care that much about what memory management. Okay, we don't care that much about memory management. Now, why we learn language? Why we learn programming language? I told about interpreter, I told about program, I told about output. But what is the use of all those things? Yes, what is the use of all those things? Yeah, quite silent. I'm expecting some answer from your end. Yes, Apurva. Okay. Okay, Apurva, you wanted to add something on this? Okay, fine. So there are lots of things for which you are going to learn the language actually. For example, the software on which you are taking this class, to make softwares like those, we can use programming language. Okay, for making softwares like those, you can use those programming language. Basically, to provide a software solution for different business requirement. This is the like best need, or this is the like place where programming languages are required to provide what? To provide software solutions for different business need. Okay, software solution for different business need. This is the use of all the programming language, and due to that only different programming languages are evolved for different business solutions. Okay, each programming language can do everything, but then also we try to give preference to a particular programming language in a particular specific section. Okay, for example, we use Java for robust scalable backend development, only for backend development, right? We use C# for the same, but whenever it is considered or scalability and speed is considered, then Java is going to be given the preference in comparison to C# or .NET. Okay, but sure, like .NET is another option available to us, which we can use as a backend implementation. But those are very specific in their domain. But when it comes to Python, then Python is something which can be utilized in a very diverse field. For example, you can use it in web application as well. You can use it in software development as well. You can use it in data analytics as well. You can use it in machine learning as well. You can use it in data engineering as well. There are several domains possible with Python. That's why like this language is getting very popular. Okay, now we are here to learn what? Web application development. Okay, using Python. Okay, using Python, we are here to learn web application development. So what is the need of web application development? So to develop web application, we should know networking. Okay, networking. What kind of networking? HTTP networking we should know. HTTP and HTTPS. This is the thing which we should know. Okay. More than that, like more than this, we don't require anything else. Okay. After that, in this, so these networkings we are going to see by the help of Python. Okay. After that, for creating a like web application, we should we should know what database. Okay, database. Then there are some of the database which we are going to see, mostly MySQL or PostgreSQL. Okay, PostgreSQL. One among those we are going to see. Okay. After this, we are going to see core Python. Okay, core Python and some of the advanced Python as well. There is nothing like a core and advanced, but I will distribute my syllabus in two terms. The first one is core language fundamental, where we are going to deal with the functional part of the Python, and the second was like in second stage we are going to start the object oriented model of the Python. Okay, after that we will start learning something about this HTTPS, which we have kept here. Okay, which we have kept here. So HTTP and how we can connect. After this, we will be learning that how we can connect what to the database. Okay. After connecting to database, we will see how we can create a website. Okay. Website. Okay. After that, we will turn that website into web application. How to turn. Okay. How to turn website template, okay, into a web application. Okay, so these are some of the things we are going to see. After that, we will see REST API development. Okay, REST API development. So those are some of the things which we are going to see. After that, we will see deployment. Okay, after that, if you guys are more interested in Python, then I can utilize some of the data. Okay, data analytics using Python, or data analytics web application using Python. Web application using Python. There I will try to use some data analytics concept, and we will try to keep that data analytics concept on our web application. We will try to connect that. Okay, that is not for compulsory, but I will try my best to connect that and so to showcase the POC on the basis of that. Okay, so from my end, those are the some of the overview which we are going to see throughout this program. Okay, so now any questions on this program, if you guys having, let me know as of now only. Yes.
So only right.
Sorry.
A framework will be using Django, right?
Yeah, correct. I haven't mentioned the name, but how to turn website template into web application, here only we are going to use Django, and I will show you the companion part of Django as well, that is Flask. Okay, I haven't written, I will write it here for clarity. Django.
Okay, and deployment.
Yes.
Is to
Deployment means how we are. Yes.
Is it to be Firebase?
No, not Firebase. Hello.
Yeah.
Yes. So you guys are having doubt in deployments. Look, I'm going to show you couple of deployment. What are those couple of deployment? First, I'm going to tell you some ready-made deployment. Okay, deployment. After that, server-based deployment. Okay, after server-based deployment, I'm also going to set it up. on AWS. Okay, AWS and Heroku. Okay, Heroku. So those are the things which you are going to see as a part of this course. I'm going to teach you multiple deployments in it. Okay, and I will also try to keep up a CI/CD session. Okay, CI/CD session in which we will see that how to automate the deployment part as well. Okay, and the things you are saying that Firebase, that thing also I will try to include if we are going to, if time allows us, then I will try to create an API and host it in Firebase. Okay. So couple of like different possibilities there once you are going to learn. Those are subsidiary requirement actually, which is going to change company by company. Some company is going to use GCP, some company is going to use Azure, some company is going to use Heroku, some company is going to use AWS. Okay, so there are several data like infrastructure provider in the market, which is going to be utilized by different companies depending upon their resources and depending upon their market price. Okay.
Sir, where that shells and multiplexer will come?
Cells and multiplexer. Sorry.
Yes, sir. In this they send the syllabus in that shells and multiplexer.
Cells
Where
and
it will come?
let me show you the syllabus. I don't think I have seen something like that. Cells
In demo class also you told sir that this will come.
Yes. Let me show the course actually. Don't worry. Python learn. No, it is not the case. Okay, as of now, I'm not able to find it here. But yeah, whatever you have seen there, it is going to be like given. It is going to be provided. What are the topics you are querying about? Cell scripting. Okay. What rest?
Multiplexer.
Multiplexer. This I don't think that this is the topic of this course actually. This because multiplexer is something like hardware component. Multi-cloud, I guess there might be, or some else topic there might be, because multiplexer is nothing. It is out of scope actually. You are from electronics background?
No, sir. In syllabus, which syllabus sent by Asha and Rahul, in that it is there.
Okay, no issue.
And when
just,
I last week I had demo class with you, that time also you told this. So I'm asking.
No issue. All the demo is going to be here only. So I will show you one by one. We will see that. Yes, Django. So just see here. Web development. Okay. If that will be the topic, definitely that I'm going to cover. Okay, that is not an issue. That some of the topic from the syllabus I'm going to skip. That is not going to happen here. Okay, so that thing will be on me. I'm not going to skip any of the topics. As of now, I'm not able to find that syllabus. Otherwise, right now only it would be cleared. Okay. Okay, fine. I will try to keep. You can highlight me in the group, right? You can just send me the screenshot or topic name in the group so that I can have a look. Because as per my knowledge, multiplexer might not be there. Multiplexer, it might have another name actually. Okay. Just check and let me know.
Okay, sir. I'll send in WhatsApp group.
Yes, correct, correct. Okay, so those are the topics. This shell scripting, it comes under core Python only. Okay, core Python. And some more the things which we are going to learn is code standard. Code standard, how to write a good coding standard, how to write the web application in a very good coding standard. Okay, after that, proper use of tool, proper use of tools. We are going to use multiple tools here. As a part, I personally prefer what VS Code for all of my like development, but as a part of syllabus, I'm also going to cover PyCharm, which which might be an option in industry. Majorly after VS Code for Python development, PyCharm is preferred. Okay, after that, Spider is also a very high profile what IDE which is used, but not for web development and all. Spider is majorly used whenever you are going to perform different scientific calculations. Okay, after that, there will be for core Python, I'm going to use Colab Google Colab, because there I get some flexibility to show you theory as well as what, as well as programming at the same time. How? Just see, right now only I am going to start Colab. And in next class, I am going to create what one. Now only I will be creating, don't worry. So here I am going to create a new what, new laboratory or new Colab notebook. Okay, and here I'm going to store this, okay, as a GitHub gist. Okay, here we are going to save this at a GitHub gist. How? Just see, collaboratory is waiting for a authorized GitHub. So creating a new GitHub gist. So it is showing always done. Actually, what here I'm doing, I'm connecting I'm connecting this what, this Colab notebook to my what, to my GitHub account, to my what, to my GitHub account. Let me save this, save a copy here. It is going to, it is not allowing me to select a particular what, particular Colab. Okay, what I'm going to do, I will name this. Okay, I will name this intro Python. Okay, so just see, whenever we are going to learn any language, okay, whenever we are going to learn any language, then what is important? First of all, we should know what are the words we are going to use, right? What are the words we are going to use? What are the like functions, or what are the like sentences, how to create sentence? And after creation of sentence, we will learn how to make what, paragraphs, how to write what, paragraphs. And after writing paragraphs, we will what, unite all those tools and techniques, and we will try to learn how to write an essay, right? How to write an essay. So just see, to learn all those things, we will start with what. So these are couple of things which are very important. Why like what is Python? It is a programming language. Why Python? Because we can develop what, different sorts of like softwares by using Python. Some of them I have enlisted here, that you can develop game as well as website, as well as network protocol, as well as robotics. You can control robotic items as well. You can do research and training program, such as you can write MATLAB program using Python as well. Okay, so those are some of the things why Python is very hot in the market, reasons for that. Okay, and if you want to know bit more, because you guys are really fantastic to start with, you already know those things. What is system software? What is application software? Yes. Do you know the difference between system software and application software? Yes. Yes, guys, please let me know. Do you know the difference between application software and system software? Yeah, I'm expecting reply from you. Yes, do you guys know about application software and system software? Yeah, okay, yes, fine. So I will try to go to the next lesson. So just see, starting with the Python, the first thing in every language, what people used to show you to write hello program. Okay, hello program. I will show you how easy Python is just by showing different things here. Okay, just by showing different languages. So I will go to online GDB. Okay, online GDB. And here I will try to show you different languages, and in those different languages, how you can write hello world program. So this is what C++ program. Here you write what hello program by using 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. At least 8 lines of code. Okay, let us run this program. So I will run this program. Here you can see that it is going to spit out what hello world. Okay, if I'm going to run that same program using C, then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, like 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 lines are required. Okay, if I'm going to run what this program, then hello world is going to print. The same thing if I'm going to do with what Java, then this is the like program which we should write. This is the number of lines which we must write to just spit out what hello world program. But you know what is the beauty of Python? To just write hello Python, like hello world. I will add here hello Python world. Okay, if I need to write, then you need to write simply a single line, print. Okay, print is what? Print is actually inbuilt function given by whom? Given by the Python interpreter. Okay, print is what? Print is any like function which is given by the Python interpreter to see the output on a particular output screen. So whenever we want to see the output, then we are going to use print statement. So here hello world. Okay, hello world we are going to write, and shift enter. You are going to write what? Shift enter. So this okay, anyway, so just see here, as soon as you are going to hit shift enter, it will start interpreting this line of code. Okay, right now it is connecting to the Python interpreter placed on cloud. Okay, as soon as it will connect to that interpreter, and right now it is connected, now it will start interpreting. Just see hello world you got. Hello world you got as an output. Okay, so if you want to print anything output on what on your console or on your screen, then you need to use what? Print statement. Or it is not a statement, actually it is a function, print function. In Python 2 it used to be a statement. In Python 2 we used to write print like this, hello world. But now you can't write like this, because Python is no more what? An statement. It has been turned into a function in Python 3rd version. Okay, so just see what it is saying, missing parenthesis in the call to print. Okay, do you mean print hello? It is just guiding you to write what? Decent syntax actually. Okay, decent syntax actually. So this is the thing which you need to know as of now. And I will tell you one more thing. It is what? It is on cloud. You will tell where is Python here. So actually internally Google Console is managing the Python interpreter on cloud, and whenever we will connect our notebook to that interpreter, the interpreter available on Google Cloud Virtual Machine is going to connect to it, and it will start compiling whatever we are going to write here. Okay, it is going to start like interpreting whatever we are going to write here. Okay, is it clear? Yes, is it clear, guys?
Yes, sir. I am only available, sir. Kavya is not here.
Okay, okay, I guess it's been 1 hour. Okay, fine, we will continue tomorrow with the same pace. Today I haven't
Sir,
taught.
how this Google Colab
Sorry.
is, we have to create account here?
No, nothing like more than like if you have Google account, that is more
Yeah.
than enough. Okay, I will show you some more versions actually, because a couple of class will be like this only. I need to make you comfortable in this environment. Okay, after that only I am going to start coding, real coding, because in Python there are very less coding. Okay, so don't worry about coding part. I'm going to take care. But the thing that you should know,
No, I know,
everything.
sir, coding.
Yeah, you already know the Python coding, right?
Yeah.
So, but I need to take care like all the students, right? So I will go a bit faster, but try to just manage that thing for the sake of other students too. I hope like I will try to impart something more on your core knowledge. Okay, that will be my try.
Okay.
Okay, okay, fine then. Thank you for your time. We will meet tomorrow at the same time. Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay, thank you, sir.